That's the starting point for this afternoon's walk, guys. So it's a beautiful afternoon, 22 degrees and a nice wee breeze to keep the midges at bay. So we're heading up into the Rothiemurcas Forest. So come on, let's go and see what we can find today. That's the Rothiemurcas campsite in there. It's pretty busy today, so it didn't surprise me. Beautiful day, so they're all coming up here. That's a cracking location. A lovely walk. It's a while since I've been up this one. It's one I usually come over on the mountain bike. I love when you find old buildings hidden in the woods, but unfortunately we can't get anywhere near there, so I want to explore because it's got a big 6-foot fence all the way around it. You see it tucked away in there. It's a pity. If walls could talk. It's great to get out during the week. This path that takes me up to Loch, I think it's Eelich, I think it's called. I'm pretty not sure if that's how you pronounce it or not. But the path comes up here, and after about a mile or so it will split, and the left hand lane will take you up to the Larrig Grew, and the path we're going to follow today will go up over the top. It's to Loch Eelich, I think it's called. But stay tuned, come on, let's go. That's us coming up to the junction here. So the left hand lane there, it takes you up to the Larrig Grew, and this one takes you Glen Enoch. But that's the one we're going to follow us up the right hand side, and depending on time wise tonight we might go up to the loch. I'm not sure, we'll just see how the time goes. But great afternoon for it, 22 degrees, hardly a breath of air. Bring it on, summer's here at last. Accommodation about here's not that great. They've even got an outside bath. Wonder how long that's been lying there. Now you look away in the distance there and you see the ski lifts up there and still a big bank of snow. As you pan round to the right of that, you've got the Larrig Grew, the valley going right up through. Oh, a cracking night if you're up there in the hills, eh? We'll go in and see how far we can get. So I reckon I could still go easily walk for maybe another 2 hours, 2.5 hours at the tops. That gets me back at a reasonable hour. That's us coming up to a deer gate. So that just stops them from coming wandering down towards the campsites and everything like that. A wee latch there. Just pretty much is going out onto the hillside now. We'll come up here and there'll be another fork in the road, if I remember correctly. The left hand one will take you right along to Loch Morlich, and the one to the right will be to, and what is it, Loch Allen Een or something. That's the one with the wee castle ruin in the middle of it. But we're going straight on, right up into the valley. Well, that's a beautiful night. It's absolutely beaten down. It's about 22, 23 degrees. There's hardly a breath of air. I've got a secret weapon tonight, smidge. I don't trust the wee midges. But let's go and see where we can get to. Oh, that's the junction we're coming up to I was speaking about earlier on there. So the one to the right there, that takes you back along to Anle, I think, I can't even pronounce. We're going Loch Enoch, and that path up there to the left, that'll take you along to Loch Morlich. But we're straight on here, up into the glen. And this wee bit here is a wee loch-in. Very inviting. There's the time you wish you had your canoe with you. Absolutely beautiful. Perfect location in there for red deer, roe deer, and I think there's even sika deer up here, I've been told. But the one I'd love to be able to see is the pine marten. But I'll not see it sitting on the path here. You need to go deeper into the woods. They're quite secretive wee animals. Absolutely stunning. So it's coming down to another wee junction here, just over the wee river. That's me walking for approximately about an hour now. The choices here are you can go to the left hand fork which takes you to the low road, round the outskirts of the hill, else we take the right hand one and go up over the top. So tonight it's such a beautiful night, I'm going up over the top. There's no way I'm going to miss the views for up there tonight when it's a clear sky like this. So that's us about 3.5 miles in, 3.5, 4 miles in. So I'm keeping up a really good pace because I'm trying to motor in as far as I can get tonight. I've sort of set myself a target of 2 hours, 2.25 hours and see how far I can get in at that, and then no matter where I am, that'll be my turning point, because obviously it'll be the same back out again. That's a cracking night. We're well on our way up the hill now. It's just getting warmer and warmer. But we'll keep going. The Cairngorms National Park. And where we are the night is the Rothiemurcas estate. And out in the hills, we're virtually at the top now. Not much of a push now up around this corner. You're starting to get the views to open up. Absolutely incredible. We're not quite at the summit yet, but we're nearly there. But there's a low path away down the bottom there. There's a cyclist coming back along. We can zoom in far enough to let you see him. You can see him just meandering along the path. That's quite a rocky section where he's coming through the now. But it's a beautiful area. I love coming up here. I'm not used to coming in the bike, and you can just see the amphitheatre way up in the head of you. I can normally make that in the bike and back in one night, but tonight I think I'll make it as far as the ford, and that'll be us. So we'll go up over the top, so we'll go another 5 minutes or so and up at the summit, and it's downhill all the way. I might come back along the bottom path there, follow the river back out again, get some shots as I'm coming along the river. Well, that's us up to the summit. I'll see if we can get up here. A bit windy, so you have to excuse me for that if you can hear me over the wind. Oh, it's welcoming. Oh, nice and cool. But there's a view. Wow. Absolutely incredible. Oops. We'll climb a rock. So we've got another about 20 minutes. It'll take us back over to the ford. And I think we'll go around, we'll go back the bottom of the hill as opposed to coming back down where we've just been. So we've had the views up here, we'll see what takes us round by the river. You can see for miles. Makes a change being able to come up into the hills, and normally you've got low cloud and it's spoiling them, but today we're graced with the views. Absolutely beautiful. Well, we're back out, guys, and mate Alex here, he's coming over the hills there. Right. So he's going to head off into the lock-in tonight. I'm a bit jealous because I'm only going to the ford crossing just down behind us, about 20 minutes or so. But he's going to crack into the lock-in tonight, and he'll have it on his lonesome, I think. Yeah. So nice one. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, and you.
Aye, so there's Alex, he's away down off the trails. He's just telling me there now he's rented that bike for 4 days, and that's him, he's away exploring the hills himself. So he's just packed a wee day pack there, and he's going to try. It's about another hour cycle from here into the lock-in. So as I say, normally if I've got the bike I'd have been doing the same, but tonight I'm just walking it. So I'm walking down off the hill here, roughly where you can see him at the minute, and then about another half a mile up to the ford, and that'll do me tonight, and then I'll just be heading back to the car. So let's keep going. It's coming right down the other side now. And I don't know if you can just see a wee red bag away up in the distance, about half a mile up in front of us. That's Alex, he's up at the Ford Bridge. That's where I'm heading to tonight, and that'll be me, and I'll turn for there. But it just shows you the difference when you're on a bike, the ground you can cover. I mean, he's only 5 minutes after speaking to the guy, and he's maybe half a mile in front of me already. So as I say, normally we can, if you're on the bike we can go right into the lock-in, but tonight we'll just go up to the bridge and we'll take in the views. But oh, what a view! This is absolutely incredible. A good friend of mine says to me, when you're sitting in the house and you're thinking about going out, and all these times you say, oh, I've got this, I've got that, look at this, make the time, get yourself out, look what you're missing. This is absolutely incredible. I'll take you just down to the edge here and let you see. There's a path right down, but we'll go over here to the edge and get a better view. Make the time, here's what you can get. That's an hour and a half walk from my car to here. By the time I get in there, that'll be my 2 hours limit. And then it's just a saunter back along, and we'll go back out the low track and follow the river back round in the valley. Coming up to one of the wee first subsidiaries of the river coming across. That means no over, I'll be able to hop and a skip and I'll be over that one. So no likely to get wet feet. But there's one further on. It's pretty deep. Look at that. And a couple of people coming off the hill. This one will be a hop and a skip. There's a couple of strategically placed boulders there. So that'll do us fine. Save getting wet feet. I'm going to get my wet feet when I'm going back the way, but not when I'm going in. Perfect. Look round the corner. Back up. You can't beat it. That's us coming at the end of the line tonight, so that's us up at the ford. And it's just under a 2 hour mark, it's about an hour and 45 minutes it's taken me to walk in here. That's the bridge that you usually hate to lift the bike over, or else you go tanking through the ford, which is over there. But I'm just going to sit, get a drink of juice, and a wee bit of chocolate to get my energy levels back up for the hike back out. And I'll take, as I say, take us down the bottom way, but over this bridge. You can come in here in the middle of winter in the snow, and it's a great run in. I'd never tire of this walk. It's one of my favourite ones up here in the Rothiemurcas and Cairngorms. Been up at the lock-in quite a few times. But tonight, as I say, this is the end of the road. But still loads more to see though when we go down the low road and the river. The river's absolutely spectacular. It's lined with old trees, and it's just all, every picture you can see there is with a chocolate box. There are loads and loads. It's a beautiful place. I'm going to get a wee 5-minute blow here and get some juice on board, and as I say, get a wee bit of chocolate. Douglas, I've met him on the trail. He's heading out into the house tonight. So where are you heading tonight, Douglas?
So I'm going to camp by the loch, and then we'll get the plan. I'll be up over the Karur.
Up over the pass.
Yeah.
So 3 nights in the hills.
Yeah, 3 nights. Yeah,
Super.
Ben McDouey is day 3.
Oh well, that's a big ask, that one. Yeah. But great stuff. Oh, I hope you enjoy it. You've certainly picked the weather for it anyway.
Yeah, really. Yeah, almost too much.
Right? I know you get the sunscreen on, eh? Yeah. But I'll let you get on. So nice to meet you. Catch you soon, eh? Cheers. That's great getting out the trails and meeting everybody. Stop for a blether. And as I say, one of these days I'll get up to the top and get these snowfields. But that lad's, he's going up to camp up at the lock-in tonight, up over Ben McDouey and over into Karur. And that's on my list to do this year. Not the Ben McDouey, but the Karur up to the railway station and walk it back over. This is on the low path now, following the river round the bottom of the hill. a different style of walking. There's a lot of wet bits, there's a lot of rough and ready bits. I prefer going up over the top, but it's always nice to go back a different road. And say we're starting to climb a bit again, so we'll get a look down onto the river. This way, there's a few wet bits still down there, we're seeping out the banking. But this bit coming up here on the left hand side, a few years ago, it rained and rained and rained for a couple of weeks. And the full banking virtually shifted down over the path and buried it. That was a couple of years ago. You can still just see it up in front of us now, where it come down off it. There's a fair amount that come down. Powers of Mother Nature and all that. It just goes to show you when it's unstable and a lot of water, and it's all lying there. You can see how wet it is here underfoot as they're coming through. But, that big mound in front of me there was never there before. That was up there, and it all come crashing down. You see the full bit there, it come crashing down. Now that's us back out into the sunshine again. We've been in the shade there for the last sort of half hour, 40 minutes, walking around the bottom of the hill. But oh, it's a beautiful night. It's absolutely roasting still. So great to get out for a midweek hike. So make the time. And as usual, if you like the video, get a wee thumbs up. And you can leave a comment below if you don't mind. And if you've not subscribed to the channel, please do, it helps me a lot. So stay tuned and I'll catch up with you in the next one. Be good.